Aqua gang, gang, gang. What to do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 today with a general message for my Aquarius soul family. I hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. All right, holy angels and spirit guides, come through, okay? Let us know what we need to know in regards to the energies today for my Aquarius sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. The messages are general, guys, okay? Take what resonates, leave the rest. Cross watchers, you're also welcome here. Just place yourself where you belong in the storyline. We do not have a pre-shuffle, so I'm kind of, I'm a little bit interested. I am. It's intriguing. See where this is all going to go. Are we starting with this deck? Yes. Okay, so we're starting with this deck. If you would take a moment and click the like button, guys, as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell, I would truly, truly appreciate it. And we would love to have you come join the fam bam. Okay. Shoot me a little comment down below. Send me a little, hey girl, hey. I would love to hear from y'all. Okay. I love to read the comments. I get my life down there. So we have a theme. Okay. So this is about boundaries. Somebody feels like you've been direct. If you don't consider yourself to be a masculine, they feel like you're taking control. You are stepping into your masculinity. This could also be gaslighting, okay? Especially if you consider yourself to be the female or the woman, the feminine energy. Now, keep in mind, we have both masculine and feminine energy between us, okay? Everybody has both. And you don't want either one to be out of balance. Otherwise, that's when you get that toxic masculinity or toxic femininity. You want to have a good balance of both. And you want to also be able to know when to assert each of those, right? When it is proper to assert each of those. What it feels like is this is somebody who is using it against you. They feel like they're either calling you a toxic masculine or they're telling you that as the feminine, you're stepping into your masculine and that's bad. It's giving gaslighting to me. Okay. They don't like the boundaries that you are asserting. So instead of saying what it is, you're acting like a fucking baby. Okay. You are being very much so emotionally immature. You're throwing a tantrum instead of saying that you don't like rules, that you don't like boundaries, that you don't want to be talked to directly, that you don't want to be directed. You don't want to feel like you're being pushed around or you're not being able to get the opportunity to do what you want to do. They instead are gaslighting you and telling you that that is wrong. That's toxic. You're being toxic. Your boundaries are toxic to them. So what else? So what do you want then? Why are you here? You want them to release their boundaries? Do you want them to bend their boundaries? It appears that this person is possibly trying to get you to abandon your boundaries. Well, we will look. Let's see what additionally is here. Give me what additionally goes with this. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have Quill. So perhaps the boundary has to do with the contact, okay? Maybe you have blocked them or maybe you have made it so that they can't talk to you a certain way. Maybe you have made it so that their beauty is not working in a certain way because the quill pen kind of has that beautiful cursive writing. But sometimes if somebody doesn't know how to write in cursive, you don't know what the fuck they're saying. So the communication can be out of whack. It could be a number. It could be all of those things encompassing. There may be a little bit of intimidation with the way that you express yourself. You may have a very good, a strong hold on who you are as a person. And this is why you are able to be very direct. Maybe they're not used to that, guys, okay? They might be used to being able to, like I said, gaslight or manipulate people with their beauty, with how fat their ass is, with how handsome they are, with their money, with things that don't actually matter. And instead of saying that you got them, right? You caught them or you can see right through them. They're instead calling your direct energy toxic. You writing this to me, you being direct with me, you telling me what I can and cannot do or what my boundaries are, trying to give me rules. So this person looks at boundaries as rules. You're trying to boss them around rather than you have rules for your own self, right? And you have things that you will not allow to happen to you. You will not allow people to do to you. You will not allow people to say to you. You can't say whatever you want to me. You can't talk to me the way, however you want to talk to me. So I feel like depending on how long you've been talking to this person or how long you've known this person, they have always seen this direct approach from you, but they just now all of a sudden feeling like Big Willie, feeling like they can kind of move in on this. They didn't like it from the beginning, but I feel like they let it slide. Why not just move the fuck on? Why not just move on? Why not just move on, you know, instead of sticking around and dealing with someone that you are kind of expressing is not being the way you want them to be. Their words, not mine. So I get that this is something that this person did not like about you. I don't get that this just started to happen. You've always been very direct with people. You've always been upfront, right? You have always maintained the same character and the same personality. And now all of a sudden, instead of them saying that that was always a problem, because it always was, they didn't like it before and they don't like it now, right? Instead, they wanted to refuse reality and they felt like they could change you. They felt like they could change it. They felt like they could come in their beauty or who they are as a person or who they, you know, painted themselves to be while communicating with you. And over time would allow them to remove that, change that, release you of that. So this is a person who is controlling, and they like to control people that they have no control over. Like, what the fuck? This person is controlling, but they don't want to go for like people who are willing to be controlled, right? That does nothing for them. Their ego wants people who are strong-willed, right? People who have their shit wrapped tight. People who have all their T's crossed, all their I's dotted. People who are true to themselves and sure about themselves. They like to be able to get those people to bend at their will because it feeds a part of them that they just, I feel like it's insatiable. That is the ultimate form of control. So it got, yo, you stole my heart. How about you just fell in love? Like, what? You see, it's a play on words there. I'm also reading that as this person had faith in themselves that they could refuse reality. And if they stuck around long enough, right, and you fell in love, right, they stole your heart, then your boundaries would become null and void. You would write a new set of boundaries. And the new set of boundaries that you wrote would be everything that they wanted them to be, right? They would benefit them to the highest specificity. They would take them into account and prioritize their wants and their desires for the connection. So if you have distanced yourself from this person, or if there has been no contact, it's bothering them because they still have their eyes set on this goal. See? So they're blowing your phone up. If you changed your number, they're still calling. Right? They may be trying to contact you via other avenues. I don't get this person letting up anytime soon. Damn, I thought I had time. Yep, that makes sense, right? So it's like they knew who you were. They knew who they were dealing with. They refused to believe it. They denied it. They called your bluff. They felt like they were fine enough. They felt like they were sexy enough. They felt like they would be able to get to your heart good enough, right? In order to change that and have you, and that would have been like the creme de la creme, right? Like that is chef's kiss. That is the MVP, okay, of all of the controlling relationships that they've ever found themselves in. If they could get you, that's it, baby. That would be it for them, okay? So we have, who are you? Right? Who are you to talk to me like that? Who are you to cut me off? Who are you to block me? Who are you to change your motherfucking number? Who are you to not pick up the damn phone? Who are you to tell me that I'm out of time, that I'm done, that we're done? Who are you to tell me that you're not in love? Who are you to tell me that I'm not the one? This person is erratic. They're a lot. And they've got a lot of nerve. Do I take this one? No. Okay. Wrong deck, guys. Bear with me. Bear with your girl. Okay, let's see. I refuse reality. So in reality, right, where all of us are, all of us, you know, tuning in here in this reading, the majority of us anyway, we are realistic. But because they refuse reality, they haven't been cut off. Pick up the phone. We're not done. I thought I had more time. I do have more time. We're going to work this out. This person may become a bit of a nuisance, contacting you profusely, trying to dazzle you, because that quill card says beauty. So it may not be so readily apparent to you that this person is trying to tap dance on your boundaries. If you made a boundary of no contact, if you made a boundary of I'm blocking you and you pick up the phone, boom, they won, right? Like, there's no judgment in that, but this is how this person views things. Okay? If you've had a couple of cycles with this person, then they were more than certain that they were on the right track to be able to get you in line. Okay? You're out of order. Every guy who they've dealt with has listened to them, has allowed them to do what they want to do, has spoiled them, has, you know, given to them, has let them have their way and do their own thing, right? And has never cut them off. Like, no. And the same thing goes if it's a man. Every girl that they've dealt with, they always cook for me, right? Like, they always allow me to fuck on the first night. They always allow me to do such and such and such and such and such and such, right? So they have this idea in their mind of how things are supposed to go, and they're refusing reality because you have clearly stated that the shit that happened before is not happening now. Okay, let's talk about right now. They're like, yeah, whatever. Blah, 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 wah, 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 wah. I ain't tripping, you tripping, I ain't even do nothing. Why I hear you're a jerk? What? Seeing is believing. And let's all, class, take a moment and look at that second line. Can we read it out loud? Popcorn reading time. Tired of the bullshit. So, they met you. They liked you. They didn't like everything. They chose to ignore your assertiveness, your directness, your tell it like it isness, your savageness. I don't know why they play with it, because they didn't like it before, but they didn't know that it could get worse. Your mouth is lethal, okay? It showed up as a sword. You are the swords in the tarot deck. Swords are about communication. They can also be about thoughts and the thought process. So sometimes we be thinking some wild shit about people, right? Like, you look somebody right in their face and be smiling and be like, bitch, you are crazy. You're out of your mind. I know I don't like you. Okay, how you doing? Okay, nice to see you, right? Have a whole conversation going on in your mind. Be able to see the truth. Somebody could be in your face lying to you and you just smiling like, damn, you are a liar. Like, you are just pathological. You should get it checked out. These are all things going on in your mind. But if somebody overstepped the boundary, then the things that are in your mind, this is all Aquarian energy, okay? The things that are in your mind, they tend to come out and they cut deep. So I feel like this person got a glimpse of it and they still like refuse to believe it. And now they're like sick of the bullshit. Like, now we're going to get things on par with how they're supposed to go with me. Never know, mind you, that some of you have already cut this person off. And if you have not cut this person off, then in their mind, they got to get you in line. You need to be taught a lesson. You need to be gotten together. You need to be gathered. Okay? So I'm hearing this very specifically. For some of you, they may have been the one to cut contact, because that's supposed to get you in line. Humble you. Refuse what they see. Dazzle you. Because we have beauty here in the quill card. That gives love bomb energy to me, because stole your heart for me. If somebody stole your heart, that means to steal something means you could not afford it and you lied. You lied. You made it up. Right? Everything that you are, everything that you presented yourself as, right? You lied in order to get to a certain destination. So someone fell in love with a lie. If you stole it, right? It was dishonest. It was a dishonest way of accumulating said item. And the item in question right now is the heart chakra. So they would have done things, right? And then disappeared. Or stopped answering. Start an argument. So if this blew up, if there was like an argument, right? Or if they ghosted you and you're trying to like figure out like what you did wrong or what happened, that is like, that was the plan. You see what I'm saying? Get you in your mind. Get you thinking about why they're behaving this way now. They may even say something to you like, I'm sick of this shit. Like, I'm sick of your bullshit. I'm sick of how you're acting or how you're behaving. This is what you're doing wrong. This is fucked up. This is not, I don't accept this. Like, I'm not dealing with this, right? Kind of lecturing you, go, you know, talking down on you, talking down to you. That's not for all of you. That's just for some of you. If that's how it went down, that was to kind of put the shoe on the other foot, right? Or that was like the other shoe dropping off the foot. I feel like they went from really sweet to an asshole fast. It's confusing. And they could probably make it seem like it was one thing that you said, but they were already planning this the whole time. So I feel like they used something that you said to them, something that you were very direct about, and you were right about. Okay, you called them out on doing something to you, overstepping a boundary, treating you a certain way, talking to you a certain way. Okay, it could even be something as simple as not calling when they said that they would, or standing you up, or not, you know, showing up for a date, or, you know, taking on something else when they decided, when they had already told you that they had promised to do something for you, right? Switching up plans without telling you, kind of being inconsiderate. You would have called them out on it. It feels like something that you just addressed directly. Don't let it happen again, and try to move on, and they blew it up. Blew it up. I'm tired of this shit, right? They felt like this was the time, because in their mind, they saw that you were that way from the beginning, but I'm going to change it, and I'm going to wait for the right opportunity. I'm going to be a good girl. I'm going to be a good boy, and steal their heart. Get them attached to me. Make them love me. Make them want me. Make them want me to be happy, or make them see me a certain way that will allow me in, right? That will get me where I need to go. The GPS, they put in the GPS, Aquarius' heart. Take me there. What do I need to do? Who do I need to be? How do I need to act? Because I don't like that they do this shit, but I'll change that once they love me. So the ulterior motives showed up very early, very early. Friendship, slow and steady, right? So this is somebody who believes that if you take your time, right? They saw it, right? So this is a very specific storyline. I'm really interested to see how many of you resonate with this. It feels specific, y'all, okay? It's like they saw something and they made a mental note. I don't like that shit, right? But we're just getting to know each other. I will address that at a later date. And they do this in connections. This is somebody who gets into connections with people that they're possibly not yoked with, not equally yoked with, but they feel like they should be able to have whoever they want. They feel like they should be able to go towards anything that they want. Very entitled, okay? So instead of saying we possibly don't fit together because you're like this, and I don't like somebody who has boundaries. I don't like somebody who's going to give me rules where I have rules, right, for them, where I'm not able to do whatever the fuck I want to do, you know, where I'm not able to move however I want to move, where I'm not able to talk to them however I want to talk, where they're not going to prioritize me, where they're not going to love on me, where they're not going to kiss on me, right? A whole list, a laundry list. But they don't use that list to cut people out, right? They don't vet people. It's like, I see it, I don't like it, I'll change it later because I have a tactic, I have a plan. I could fix you. I'll fix you. That's in their mind, right? But in their face, in your face, they're smiling. They're cool. Cool as a cucumber. They let it slide multiple times and they just keep mental notes. It's like the more you show up for yourself in this storyline, right? The more you speak up for yourself, the more you let them know things that you don't like, things that you do like, things that you want, things that you don't want, right? Advocating for yourself, problematic for this person. They don't say it right off the bat though. They kind of sit back. That's the manipulation of it all, right? Instead of just walking away like this is never going to work because I won't get my way in this relationship. They're like, I'm going to make you give me my way. And it's going to feel fucking good to see you, somebody like this, blowing up my phone, right? Asking about me. Letting me come back, letting me have my way, saying sorry for some shit you didn't do. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. So we have solutions. I feel like this person has manifested a different reality of this relationship than they realize. Okay? So I feel like the disconnect comes, right? And I feel like it's provoked by them. So they either force your hand to move away, very immature. This person is extremely immature. But they make it seem as though the two of you are a perfect match initially, right? That's the love bombing phase. I feel as though what they feel like they are integrating in this connection is not what's happening, okay? They feel like this pattern of theirs is a solution. It doesn't matter who ended what. It was a part of their tactic, guys, okay? They were switch up. So they either forced your hand to cut this, to cut the contact, to create this boundary, or they disappeared into thin air, okay? Or they became frozen, cold, detached, distant. This is the solution. This is what's going to allow them to make all the decisions, to have they have all the answers in their mind, right? And this is what's going to improve the relationship, because the relationship is trash to them if you are able to control anything, especially yourself, especially yourself. They had me be quiet on purpose. So their manipulative tactic is either going to evoke silence from you, or you might just turn the GPS off, or they may just think that the GPS is not working, but you really have just relocated. Silence. There's nothing there. I just saw the golden mirror. Do I take that out? Yep. Okay. Oh. So we have the golden mirror, self-absorbed narcissistic energy, okay, or a one-sided relationship. And then we have, boom, can't make it up, right at the bottom. Read it. Love bombing, right? So that is how we got here. I feel like the love bombing would have led you to believe that this could be something everlasting, that this could be something long-lasting, but that quickly changed. And for some of you, you have not expressed to this person that has changed. And this is the gimme gotcha, because they're still operating as if this is going in their favor. And I feel like it's going to blow up in their face. Honestly, I do feel that. Okay. See? This is who they feel like they're dealing with. They feel like you like them. They feel like they've done the work, right? The love bombing has gotten you to liking them a lot, right? Wanting a date or wanting to make things right, potentially thinking that the romance is still afloat. Even if they ghosted you, which is crazy. So this person, even though they could see your character traits, right? They saw who you are as a person. They still pegged you as somebody who fell for it, right? You bit the apple. You fell for their tactics, right? Because for some of you, right? Well, no, all of you. Even if you were just putting on, okay, going along to get along or just being nice, they still viewed it as you like them, right? Like you liked them. You were kind of, flirting with them. You were accepting their invitations. You were accepting their dates. For some of you, you were getting to arguments and still letting them slide by. They feel like you drunk the juice, right? So you were wearing rose-colored glasses. Focusing out. There's that gaslighting energy. I do feel like this person gaslights people. It is inevitable. That is the way that they get their way. You have to also refuse reality too. And the way that they get you to kind of question what has actually happened before your eyes is to gaslight you. With Cupid's arrow, this is where they feel things are going. Like this is kind of this is the actions that they're going to use moving forward. So keep your eyes peeled for this, right? Have faith. Love is coming, right? They may return on this love bombing energy for a great majority of you. I feel like that is the case. They do know that there will be some hesitation. So I don't feel like they're going to come straight forward. I feel like they're going to kind of take a few curveballs, right? In order to regain this access. the gimme gotcha is, like I said, for some of you, you relocated, right? Like, you're no longer there. Like, they're not going to be able to find you. They thought the GPS was set to go towards your heart. They're playing the tactics the way that they thought would be effective. And then boom, I feel like it's going to blow up in their face. But we have an invitation or a meeting. So asking you out, asking to go out, asking to talk about things, asking to reconvene, right? Like, get together with one another. For some of you, they may go the route of a one-night stand or bringing in some kind of sexual language. Hey, big head, right? Try the booty call thing. If you have been sexually active with this person, then they feel like you feel like that is the cat's meow. Okay? What they don't know is you may have already buried this. You may already be in transition elsewhere. And that is the gag, ladies and gentlemen. That is the gag. So we're going over to the extended. If you have resonated with this message, we're going to go on over there and dig in. Let's see where this is going. Has this person changed at all? Like, what? I want to know how this is going to end up. What is their karma? How is this going to blow up in their face? Because I feel it, right? Let's see what you get out of this whole ordeal, okay? Let's also see what new love is looking like. Let's just see what the next cycle is looking like all together. I want to know their next steps specifically, as well as their intentions, so you can prepare yourself, all right? And we will look at the outcome of things, whether you decide to go with this individual or not. I'm not going to judge you. I will look at both, okay? How you're setting yourself up if you do continue, if you do allow them back in, what that looks like, and if you're going in the opposite direction, what that looks like, because I feel like there's a direct effect of you going in the opposite direction that will kind of cue their karma. That's the phrase that they're using. Okay, we'll look at some advice and an Ask the Universe read. I'll also look at some time frames also. Okay, so without further ado, click the like button and the subscribe button, the notification bell. I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box. I'm going to see y'all over there. Let's go.